believe. Which I think he is playing on this. So he's playing his own map. So right now the players are just warming up and we should be starting very soon. 30 seconds. And 30 seconds. And it will be driven in 24 laps. Same format as usual. This week we have the plugin back, so I can see CPs and lap times and everything, so it makes it a bit easier than last week. Don't know yet who's driving for the teams, so we'll find out during the race. But here we go. This is the first race of Playday 2, Open League 2. Good luck, have fun. Alright, here we go. Everyone's loading into the map. Should be getting underway any second now. I'm going to follow Matterford in the start here, as I think he's driving. We saw someone at the start actually. I don't know who it was. Ooh, we saw a huge mistake right off the bat from somebody. Here we are into the second turn of the map. We have Manny in the lead, followed by Matterford and Ikes, his teammate. I'm coming into this very awkward U-turn. This is probably the hardest part of the map for most people. You want to make sure that you have enough speed to get through that part. FS. We see Matterford doing it the best out of all of them, taking the lead right now. Now on this part of the track there is a brake trick. You can go for a brake trick to get a better line through that dirt section, but some people will just drift it to safe it. Your choice. Ooh, we see Matterford with a wall touch here, and he will get passed by Ikes and a couple others. We see Manny, Ikes' teammate, in third, so Team Door off to a pretty strong start here. And a surprising name at the leaderboard right now is Miss. She's in second place. I haven't actually seen her train a lot, but here she is, second place. But this is just the second lap, still many laps to go. We will see how long she can keep up this pace. Let's go down to the leaders. In fifth we have Mrs. teammate for Team Nims and Girls. We have Lawrence in sixth for Team Pain Apples. Chober Smurf for Team Smurfs in seventh. Aseko, someone I talked to earlier this morning, said he wasn't going to be able to play, but here he is. So it's nice to see him. He's in 8th place. We have Nyla Kick, 2 Smurf. I don't think I've seen him play, so he wasn't here last week, but he is driving this week. He is in 8th place. And we have Wolf in 9th. Teammate Katarang in 10th. And Zenob, what happened to him? He made a huge mistake, and he's in 11th. And he goes up to a 10th place as I switch to him. We see Team No Train Fen in the last position and makes a huge mistake, crashes into the wall and is completely turned around. Is very far behind the leaders. Will probably get lapped eventually very quickly here. But let's go back to the leader. Ikes has about 1 second lead on Miss here. Miss with a small wall touch into that narrow road section downhill. So we'll lose some time. Manny is right behind Miss, only about 1500ths of a second. Let's see, Manny doesn't go for the brake trick, but still FS's it, but goes a little wide into that turn. Matterford right next to him. Matterford will pass Manny, 4th to 3rd place. Catching up to Miss, I should say. So Matterford into 3rd, and we are heading into the 4th lap here. Let's follow Lawrence. Lawrence in 5th place, a little far behind the leaders actually already. About a 3-second gap between 1st and 4th place to 5th. Ooh, Lawrence with a wall touch there. Went a little wide into this corner. Did somehow save it, so he's fine. Going back to Miss, having a nice fight with Matterford here for second place. Ooh, Miss had to release a little bit. She had too much speed going into the narrow road section, so she had to slow down a bit, so allowing Matterford to pass. Manny is right behind, not far behind. Ooh, Miss almost crashing that dirt section, taking a very inside line to the right, almost flew. Luckily did not. We see Fen being overlapped already. Oh, Miss made a huge mistake. Miss did the transition way too tight, and as a result of that, she clipped the inside and she completely flipped her car around. So she will lose a lot of positions and time with that, falling down to 8th place now. So not the result she was looking for there. Let's hope she can come back from that. We see Manny going up to 3rd now because of that. So we see Team Door with the 3rd and 3rd positions right now, having a really good start to this race. And they are first in the group, so if they can keep this up, they will get a lot of points out of this and continue to be first place in their group. Matterford's teammate Fen is in last position, so they will get some points for being second right now, but not anything much after that because Fen is in 12th. Let's follow anybody else. Yeah, right now the teams are pretty spread out. The only really good race is for second right now between Matterford and Manny. Everyone else seems to be spread out. Oh, we do see a good race for 7th here with Miss and Nayaklik. Nayaklik, I think that's his name. I'm just gonna say Kite. That's what I'm gonna call him. Oh, didn't do that transition perfectly. Hit the wall, and we'll lose some time onto this dirt section. Miss will gain more time on him. Going into this long hill U-turn into this transition here. You want to go a little bit high to gather speed, but not too high, where you will lose some time. Kind of have to be in the middle, I would say. Nayaklik doing it pretty good, actually. Into this narrow jump down to this dirt section. Let's see what he does. Okay, going a little wide. Don't know if he'll do the... Yeah, he does it. I think he does the brake trick. So he got it pretty good. Let's go back to the leaders here. Matterford with a 2.5 second gap towards him and Ike. So Ike's continuing to gain his lead and driving very consistent, very fast as well. He has the top time right now with a 102.68. I think that's a pretty good time. I'm not sure what the deadies are, but I would say it's pretty up there in terms of the times. So he has a 2.3 second lead over Matterford. Manny only 1.3 seconds behind Matterford. So a very close race here still into lap 7. Going into the dirt section, FS turn. Manny doing it nice. Don't want to make a mistake here on this dirt section. A mistake will cost you a lot of time here. This map is, I would say, the second hardest. Not as hard as simple, but it has some tricks that allow you to be really quick, and because of that, you can make mistakes very easily. So you want to make sure that you drive really consistent and know what you're doing here. Don't try any tricks that you don't know. Shober is going into 4th place here because of the mistake made by Miss. Shober though is 12 seconds behind the leader and has about a 10-second or 9-second gap to 3rd place. So the top 3 are really far ahead of everybody else right now. And the only thing the others can hope for is that one of the top 3 make a mistake. Otherwise, this will be their race, and they won't lose their positions. We see Lawrence and Kite in a good battle here for 7th place, actually. Only about 0.5 of a second between them. Heading into this dirt section here. And Seiko's not far in front either. Thinks he made a mistake. We have a good race here in the middle of the pack between Seiko, Lawrence, and Kite. Let's see what happens heading into the 10th lap here soon. Everybody's probably into the groove of the map now. I think most players at this point are just trying to drive the safe line and not make mistakes. Most of the nerves are probably gone by now. One factor that will come into play though as this race goes on is the fatigue. Map like this with a lot of demanding turns and sharp corners will put a strain on you racing wise, and it also depends on what type of controller or keyboard you play on. Go back to the leaders here now. Ike still with a 2-second gap, has been shrinking a little bit, but I don't know how much. We see both Ike and Matterford improving and getting best laps. Ike's with a 102.66 and Matterford with a 102.64, so both driving really consistent and fast here. Just 0.02 within best times, so it will come down to who makes the first mistake here, I think. We see Manny dropping out of the picture a little bit. He's over 5 seconds behind Ike's now. Still has room to catch up, but he does have to drive a little bit faster and more consistent and help for a mistake by the top two others in the lead. Otherwise, he will not catch up. We see Miss coming back, actually. Was in 7th place after that huge mistake on the transition, but now she's back up to the 4th place. Still, she's 15 seconds behind, but she's in a lot better position than she was earlier. So she just has to drive consistent here, and she will be okay. Let's look at her teammate Zinob here. He's in the 10th position. I think made a huge mistake at the beginning of the race and hasn't really recovered from that. I'm not sure how well trained he is or not. Maybe he hasn't really trained a lot. But he has made a huge mistake, but he does have a player in front of him that he could pass in Wolf if he drives a little bit faster and maybe Wolf makes a mistake. So a good race here for the 9th position. The two players behind Zenob are really far behind him. Katarang is over 20 seconds behind him, and Fen is almost 3 minutes behind the leader actually. So Fen is pretty much out of the race at this point. Ooh, Nikolek, as I switched to him, made a huge mistake. I have no idea what he did, but he was off the map actually. And he lost a lot of time with that. He got passed by many players, I think. Let's see where he is. Oh, actually, he didn't lose any positions. My mistake. He had a huge lead over Zenob still and Wolf. But that lead has shrunk now to about 9 seconds. But as long as he doesn't make a mistake like that, he should be okay. Oh, wait. As I was talking, Matterford made a huge mistake. He lost a lot of time. Over 7 seconds. And he got passed by Manny for it. So Matterford made a huge mistake and is now in 3rd place because of that. Around 10 seconds behind Ike's. So the two door members up to 1st and 2nd place now with a really strong performance by both of them. All they have to do is keep their positions and they will win this race. And the race is over halfway over now, into the 12th lap, heading into the 13th very soon. But we have a very spread out race at this point. A lot of people are long distances between the person in front of them and the person behind them. So not really interesting to watch. As we see Ike's improving the best lap here, 102.62. Continuing to drive very fast and very consistent on this map. Very confident, very safe, making no mistakes and no one in front of him. So Ike's looking very good here. And looks like he will overlap Fen again. I think this will be the 3rd time he overlaps him. Here he goes. Yep, passing Fen. Let's switch to Aseko, having a very close battle with Miss here for that 4th position. Miss had a really nice comeback after the huge mistake she made. But she has Aseko here on her tail, coming into this jump into the dirt section. Let's see who does it better. I would say Aseko taking a really inside line there. not opting for the speed does pay off a little bit as he does ooh, okay. He got a little drift, auto drift from the dirt, but he managed to keep his wheels on the ground. That's one thing you got to look out for on this map is that third section where you want to full speed it and not get any drift. Otherwise, you have the chance of flying over one of those hills and being completely off the map. We see Aseko catching up to Miss here with a lot more speed, but the distance remains a little bit in favor of Miss. Yeah, right now Ikes is just going past everybody, has over a 9-second lead now on Matterford. And actually, Manny made a mistake because he is now 16 seconds behind. He was in second. And because of that, Matterford passed him for second place. So Matterford back to where he was earlier, but with a larger gap now. And we see Miss being overtaken by Aseko here. Having a really nice fight here. Only 0.1 of a second within each other. Aseko with a really nice line there actually. Coming up to this transition, you want to tap your brakes as you go off that transition so you get a really nice smooth line there. See Aseko getting a lot of speed out of it. Coming into lap 15 here. Aseko with the lead for fourth place over Miss. But it is really nothing. One mistake by either Miss or Aseko and that lead will be gone. And they are not far behind Manny actually. He's only 3 seconds in front of them, so a mistake by Manny will allow Miss and Aseko to catch up and maybe overtake him for third place, as they can see him in the distance, not very far in front. Coming up to this dirt section again. Both Miss and Aseko getting it. Ooh, Miss went on the dirt a little bit, got an auto drift, but she managed to save it. But she will lose time on Aseko here. This is really the only race going on right now for a position. Everyone else is really spread out. Matterford 9 seconds behind Ikes. Manny 7 seconds behind. Lawrence is about 9 seconds behind Miss. And then the others are really far behind. So not much intrigue going on right now for the pole positions. Really just between Miss and Aseko here for that fourth place still. Miss made a small mistake at the beginning of this lap, but nothing too serious. With only a few laps left to go here, over 3/4 of the race is already done. Ike's still with a commanding lead here. Don't think has made maybe 1 or 2 mistakes the entire race and just driving much faster than everybody else and not making any mistakes. So Ike's on his way to potentially win this race for his team. His teammate still in third, so looking very good for the Door team. So we have Ike's in first, Matterford in second, Manny in third, Aseko in fourth, Miss in fifth, Lawrence in sixth, Shobris in seventh, Height in eighth, Zanob in ninth, Wolf in 10th, Katarang in 11th, and Fen in 12th. Let's follow Miss again here, making a small mistake, I think. Losing some time on Aseko here. He's now around 2 seconds behind Aseko and has to rely on a mistake now, I think, in order to catch up. I'm not sure what her best lap is. Might be around the same as Aseko or a little bit faster, not sure. Does opt to drive very safe there, not make a mistake. She learned from her mistake earlier. Not going too tight on that transition there. Forcing her car to turn over and losing many positions. Opting to drive it really safe and just free drift there. But doing that will lose her some time. Let's go up to the fight between Manny and Matterford for second place. It's got really interesting now. Matterford made a mistake, I think, because he is 17 seconds behind Ikes. So Ikes just has to drive safe now. Doesn't have to do anything risky to lose this race. He has a very large lead. But Manny is just around 1 second, actually, no, less than that, 0.7 between him and Matterford. So this is really interesting now. If Manny can... Oh, Matterford made a huge mistake! He did the same mistake as Miss did. Went way too inside on that transition, and as a result, his car turned around. He lost a lot of time there. And now actually will lose many positions, dropping to 4th place here. Dropping from 2nd to 4th. He lost around 8 seconds with that. And I wonder if that was the mistake that he did previously that allowed Manny to catch up to him like that. But Matterford with a huge mistake, costing him 2 positions there. And now this allows Team Door to be in 1st and 2nd now because of that. So very unlucky for Matterford there. Probably wasn't very close to getting that perfect. Otherwise it would have been. But as a result, he gets it. He clips the inside of that wall and his car turned around. We see Ikes here, no matter what, knowing that he doesn't have to risk, still driving a best lap, a 102.41, and I think that is a major improvement. Yeah, actually, over 0.2 ahead of his previous best lap. So Ikes is in the groove right now. Has a 19-second lead over 2nd place, with only 4 laps left to go. This should be his race to lose now. See a very close pack here between 2nd through 5th. Only around 8 seconds between them. After that, there is a small battle for 6th place with Lawrence and Shobers going on. There's a 2-second gap between them. But after that is many players. Oh, Catarang. Oh no, actually Shobers. Sorry, Shobers clipping that transition there, and as a result, Kite will pass him now for that 7th place. Shobers making a mistake on that transition after the uphill. He clipped the ramp actually, and his car turned around. So this map has a lot of those transitions that you have to get just perfect and smooth, otherwise your car will fly off the map. Very technical map in that sense. Ike still in 1st, Manny in 2nd, Aseko up to 3rd after that Matterford mistake. Matterford in 4th, Miss in 5th, Lawrence in 6th, Naya Kilik 7th, Shobers, his teammate, in 8th, Zanob in 9th, Wolf in 10th, Katarang in 11th, and Fen in 12th. Here we are going into, we are in lap 21 actually. Heading into lap 22 following Ikes here. Is about to overlap Zenob actually, the 9th place player. Let's see if he can do it. Not very far behind and is gaining speed and momentum on Zenob, who is driving a little bit slower. Ike's driving consistently fast, making no mistakes. Driving really good here. About to overtake Zenob and overlap him. Getting a really nice smooth line there. Not the best FS dirt turn, but he did manage to do it quite well. Better than Zenob. Will overlap him. Not really many races going on right now at this point. Everyone really spread out from each other. No really close races to be seen here. But we are in the final lap, so let's just follow Ikes into the finish here. Had a really good race. Made no mistakes. Driving the fastest. Yep. We see a retire from Fen actually. I don't know if he meant to do that or it was a rage quit, but he is out of the race actually. I mean, he was in last place, so he wasn't going to get many points anyways, but still, you want to make sure that you at least finish the race so you can secure some points for your team. But Fen, don't know what he did there. Maybe he just hit the lead on accident or was a rage quit. But yeah, Fen is out of this race. We see Fen, or actually not Fen, Ikes, about to maybe improve his best lap. I don't know, he's very close to it. Yeah, we see he didn't do it. Into the final lap here. Does improve his time, 102.40. Has now a 20-second lead over Manny here. Just has to say, if he can make a couple mistakes, even if he wanted to, and he would still win this race. Heading into this final U-turn for the last time, to this narrow downhill. Just has to drive safe. And he sees Shobris in his view could maybe potentially overlap him in the final lap, but highly unlikely. Here we are headed into the final turns here. Just 2 more turns for Ikes and he will win this race. And there he goes. GG. Ikes will win this race. Manny, his teammate, will most likely finish second as long as he doesn't make any mistakes here. He has a 7-second lead over Seiko here. Coming into the final turns. Just has to drive safe. No mistakes. And he will finish second. So Door team will finish top 2. Really nice performance by them. And they will finish first in their group at the end of today. Seiko finishing third with a time of 25:42. Miss in fourth. Really nice performance by her actually. Getting fourth place. Matterford in fifth. Had that huge mistake that cost him his second place, ending up fifth. Lawrence getting sixth place. Nyaklik finishing seventh. Jobris will finish eighth. So the 2 Smurfs finishing 7th and 8th right next to each other. Middle of the pack. We see Zenob finishing in 9th position here. So I think he finished around the same area last week. I'm not sure actually. But he will finish 9th. And we see Wolf and Katarang, the last 2 players left from Twister Eagles, will finish 10th and 11th, and Fen is retired. So GG. We see Wolf and Katarang still have a couple laps to go actually. We will wait for them. Overall, pretty good race. Ikes was the clear favorite in this race from the beginning. Led the entire race. Was the fastest and the most consistent out of everyone. So Team Door had a really strong showing today. Cane Apples actually did quite well as well, getting 3rd and 6th. So they will gain some positions here, hopefully in the rankings. Team Nims and Girls didn't have their best player shadowed today, but they did it pretty good considering that they didn't train a lot, with Miss and Zenob getting 4th and 9th place. As we see Wolf finishing here, finally. Katarang, I think, is in his last lap. And that will be it. Open League 2 will be done for this week. And the race after this will be the Premier League. Shortly after a warm-up and a break. And I will be driving it, so that's GG. And we'll be right back.
Got my heart beating. I'm never gonna let you go, never gonna say goodbye, no. Never gonna give you up. I'm never gonna let you go, never gonna say goodbye, no. Never gonna give, never gonna give, never gonna give you up. Never gonna give, never gonna give. Never gonna give, never gonna give, never gonna give you up. Never gonna give, never gonna give. Never gonna give, never gonna give you up. Never gonna give, never gonna give, never gonna give you up. Never gonna give. Never gonna say goodbye, no. Never gonna say goodbye, no. Never gonna give, never gonna give, never gonna give you up. Gonna give, never gonna give. Never gonna give, never gonna give, never gonna give you up. Gonna give, never gonna give. You're rising no longer on me. It's critical to me. You stop messing with me. It kills my heart to know you don't think there's love to grow. 'Cause everywhere you go, you know I would follow. 'Cause I'm sleepless about you. Sleepless about you. Show me your flag. Show the world who you are. Show your flag like a man. Don't be scared for who you are. You're the fighter that kills the sky. Show the world what kind you are. Show your light like a star.
Yeah, then I have to change the pass, of course, of the server.
Hi guys.
Ozon.
I'm sorry to say that Bull's voice is not here this much.
Ah.
Yeah. So it will maybe not be as professional casting. But
Well, we'll see.
but we are here.
It's
in
me.
Haagse.
It's me, Haagse.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm S. But we will see what happens. This is the Premier League. Playday 2. And why Bull is not speaking is because Bull is driving this much, as you can see.
So, we're driving on ESL Simple. Actually, that's not the easiest map, so I don't know why they called it ESL Simple. Do you know that, S?
I have no idea.
I think the map from Gara is way more easier.
Yeah, I like that way more, because that one I can drive.
Okay, we're starting off. The field is really close.
Yes. And the guys driving today is Quentin, Andre, Asia, Riolo, Nod, Serum, Angs, Bull, Pure, Lars, Ice, Lokering, Marius, and Sneaky. Was that everyone? I think so.
And I think... No, I thought Quantum was really going wide, but he's still there. As you can see, the top 5 is still within 0.3 seconds, so it's really close.
I would say the whole top 10 is really, really close at the moment.
Yeah, well, things will change.
As we're only on lap 2.
Yeah, some people will crash. I won't hope that, but when you see an immediate drop on the times on the left in your screen, then you know someone had sadly made an error.
Yes. But the whole top 15 is in 4 seconds.
Yeah, Riolu made the fastest lap time at the moment. With 1:13.33. I can't even speak, man. 1 minute, 1 second, and 353 seconds. Okay. That's what you get when you have to do admin stuff and casting at the same time. Well, still, the top 5 within 0.7 seconds. Quentin leading, Andre following him really close. Will it be like last week that Quentin is taking really tiny advantages each lap? Ooh, Quentin now half a second away. And Riolo overtaking the rest, so he's second now. Well, Nod is having the fastest lap time at the moment. So we're 4 laps away. Quentin leading, Rio second, Asia third, Andre fourth, Nod 5, Suram 6, Bull 7, Marius 8, Angs 9, 10 is Iceman, 11 Lokring, 12 is Pure. He sadly had to drive alone. He said his teammate had some issues with a thunderstorm, so no drive for him sadly. And Sneaky 13, Lars and Ice 9 are at 14 and 15.
And it's still really, really close.
Yeah.
Not did a mistake. So he's
Ooh.
dropping down a little bit. But
I see Andre gaining on Rio.
yeah, that is a really close match.
Well, Quentin is again going away from the bench. I think he has the best lap times at the moment of them all.
Yeah, it looks like it. And Andre, will he overtake Riolo?
They're so close.
They're really, really close.
Ooh, I think Acer made a mistake, a little mistake. He had to save it.
Oh,
That's why he's dropping a bit.
Riolo and Andre have two different lines there.
So the top 3 is now close. Acer is a little bit behind. Maybe you can get back. Andre and Riolo really close still.
Yeah, I would say the whole top 6 is really, really close with only 3 seconds.
I think something happened with Quentin, or it's just.
And I think Angst did a big mistake
Let me
because
see.
he's now 14 seconds behind the leader.
Oh no. Oh, Anks, yeah, I think he crashed. And I think Ice 9 probably as well.
Yeah, Angst and Ice is a little bit behind.
Well, Andre is really using different lines as Riolu.
Yes. But they're still as close as they were
Yeah.
before. Oh,
Hey,
Riola got the slowdown?
yeah, he had a slowdown. Or you saved it, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you immediately see Quentin is almost now 1.3 seconds away from Andre, so he's actually taking advantage of this battle probably. How far is Acer away? He's not that far away. One mistake of the top 3 and then he's back.
Yeah.
Ooh, Ice 9 is at the last position. Anks overtook him. Lars 13, Sneaky 12, Pure 11, Lockering 10, Ice. Yeah, Iceman, Iceburf is 9. Marius is 8, Bull is 7, Suram 6, Not is 5, Acer is 4, Riolu is 3, Andre is 2nd, and Quentin almost 2 seconds away from Andre.
Yeah, the lead is getting bigger. But Riola is also getting closer to Andre
Yeah,
at the moment.
he's taking wider lines there.
Yeah.
Maybe to get more speed out of the corner there. Well, Not is driving again the best lap.
And Not is 5th.
Yeah,
He's battling with Serum about the 5th place.
I think Suram overtook him. And not back. Oh, that's a close battle.
Serum have a big crash.
Oh, Suram crashed. Suram crashed out.
But he's still on 6th position, so he didn't drop that much.
Yeah, Bull's gaining on Suram really fast now. I also see Enray is losing a little bit from Riolu.
Oh yeah.
Riolu is like now 0.3 seconds away from Andre.
But wait.
Wow, Quentin.
He's
Yeah,
doing really fast laps.
yep. Doing the best lap now. It's like last week.
Yeah.
Quentin is walking away slowly but steadily. And the rest trying to catch him, but it's hard.
It's also really close between Pure and Lokring at the 10th and 9th position.
They're battling for the 9th position.
Yeah, the two Swedes.
The Swedish battle. Where are the battles? Because Andre is now walking away from Riolu.
Yeah, you saw that. And Asia just overtook
He's not that far
Maud.
away, but still. Did Quentin have a slowdown? Or no? No, it was just a few. Okay. I just thought so. He looked so close.
Yeah, true.
But he was 2 seconds away, or even more. But he's now 1.7 seconds away.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm watching the times. Then you can easily see if something is going on. Riolu is following Andre still.
But
That battle is still really close.
yes, Premier League is way closer times, I would say, than the Open Leagues.
Yeah. Yeah, especially the top 5.
Yeah. But I would say it's pretty many close battles during the whole scoreboard.
Yeah.
And in the Open
So-
Leagues it can be really spread out.
Yeah, it can be. There can be really good drivers there, or some lesser drivers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the reason, because these teams in the Premier League are all qualified, and then you have to drive pretty good to get in the Premier League. So they can challenge each other pretty good here.
Exactly.
And Riolo overtaking Andre. I think Andre, yeah.
They're switching back and forth all the time.
Yeah, sometimes they're not crashing, but they're taking a corner too wide and they have to save it. Just drop the
Yeah.
gas a little bit, and then then you slow down. But that's always better than having a crash, because having a crash will cost you so much time.
But it also feels like in different places of the map, Andre's leading, in different places Real
Yeah.
is leading. I guess that
Yeah, because they're
the lines is different.
because they're using both different lines.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially on this map, I think, because this map allows you to have more lines.
Now we can see it's really close between Lokring, Marius and Pure in the back. Marius went into the Swedish battle to be able to take over the 8th place. Oh, Pure had a really big crash. He flew away and he's now on 13th place. But Quentin is... yeah.
I think he's saving it, because, well, he's not driving slow, for sure, but before he was walking away really with tiny steps, but still. And now he's 2.3 seconds away. So I think he saves it sometimes. Because the hard part is not the driving laps fast, but to keep it fast and steadily. Because 24 laps isn't easy.
Yes, for sure. And we are already on the 14th lap.
Yeah, so 10 laps to go.
Pure have time to shattering racing,
Yeah,
but he's now down on 14th place. So I guess he did a crash again.
I think so too, yeah.
So for the moment it's Quentin first, Riola second, Andre third, Nod fourth, Asher fifth, Serum sixth, Bull seventh, Morris 8th, Lokering 9, and Iceman 10.
Yeah, I was paying attention to maybe because he was chatting in the race. Then yeah, the drivers don't like that really much, and I was also wondering why he could be in, but I think I have a clue. So I have to change the secret password again. No problem. And I won't tell you in the stream. Actually, he was allowed to be here, the guy, but he was late. But still, well, never mind. Well, still, Quentin leading, 2.3 seconds ahead of Riolu. That hasn't changed that much.
No.
And Andre is still driving pretty close to Riolu, so the battle is going on for like 16 laps now already. And Not is at 4th place. He's somewhat further away. He's 3.5 seconds behind Andre. So he's losing seconds there.
Asher had a big crash.
And Acer dropping down. So Suram overtook him.
Yep. And I think Bull will overtake him. Pretty close. Or?
Bull had that before with Suram as well. And then when he finally thought he could catch him, then they're driving away from him. That would be frustrating, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is what it is.
But it feels like they are keeping them places. There's not that many changes in the positions.
Not that many mistakes indeed.
And Andres, oh, I would say he was going away from Riola a little bit, but it's really close again, so.
I'm PMing you the new pass that I will be used in the next match. Haha. I will do that for Riolo as well, but later on. For all the streamers we have. Well, it's really nice that people are streaming all the matches here.
Indeed.
Yes. And yeah.
But I
Well,
would
the battles
say-
are pretty close. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, you go ahead.
I would say it's still really close from the, or on the whole top 50, because it's only 41 seconds.
Yeah, only 60 piece.
Yeah, after 18
See,
laps,
that
it's
only-
really close. I would
yeah.
say.
So 5 laps to go.
Yeah.
Well, predictions still. Quentin. I think Quentin will win. Or he has to make a big failure.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think so.
But I have
Yeah.
no idea if Andre or Riola would be second. Because they're
Yeah,
still
really.
really close.
They're still really close, but there's Riolu's having the better laps at the moment. Well, Andre is sometimes a little bit closer during some corners.
Yeah.
As you can see, the difference between them is variating between 0.2 or 0.3 seconds. And Not is at fourth, 5.5 seconds away. I think that's almost decided. Well, Bull can still take Acer. He's 1 second behind Acer. The rest is Marius is 8, Lokring is 9, Iceman is really close at Lokring. He's half a second from him. Then Lars 11th. And Angs is 12th. Pure 13, Sneaky 14, Ice 9, 15. I think it's settled there.
Yeah, I think it will.
Whoa, 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 what did Quentin do? They gaining on Quentin.
Oh yeah.
He lost like half a second. Or maybe almost a second. Well, shouldn't be a crash or maybe a slowdown or just a save. It was 2.3 seconds, it's now only 1.6, so... Still consistency. I think Riolu's really gaining on Quentin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
slowed
he's
down a
gaining.
lot.
What's happening? Andre is also not that far away. Will it be that close? We only have 3 laps to go. Wow.
Yeah,
As you-
what did Quentin do?
I don't know. It's just think that everything has been settled, then
Then the
it all comes down to the last laps. 3 laps to go. Riolu gaining fast on Quentin.
and Andre is close.
Yeah, he's thinking, well, when their two are in the battle, I can maybe take it. Top 3 only 1.1 second away from each other.
And now they go into lap 22.
I think some corners were made a mistake for Quentin. Whoa. Yeah. I don't know if they drive with players on or off, but they can see the time, so they can see that they're gaining positions or not. Two laps to go. The top 3 within 1 second. It's getting closer and closer.
But
Riolu
yeah, they still
only half a
keeping
second.
their places.
Yeah. Is Quentin saving it too much? I don't know. He's still ahead, of course.
Yeah. And Andre's overtaking Riolu?
He's
or?
gaining on Riolu. Wow.
Yeah. Oh, Andre was the best.
Andre driving the best lap. Yeah.
Yeah, Andre is now. Or it's hard to say if we overtake him because every corner is different.
I think Andre is risking it
Yeah. He
to
going
get
for it,
position
going for
because
it.
Quentin is walking away again. We're at half a second of Quentin and they're now at 0.9 seconds, so yeah, Andre was risking it. Lap 23. Anything is still possible.
And all the other players is still on the same position
Yeah.
as before. Oh, Quentin at slow. No. No.
Yeah, a little bit. 0.7, 0.8. One more lap. This is the last lap. This is it.
This is.
This is it. Is Quentin going to take the win? Riolu gaining position, 0.7 seconds away. Andre just behind them, 0.6 seconds away. Riolu is risking it. Quentin's probably saving it. Oh, it's so close. 0.8 seconds between the top three.
Yeah, this is really close.
0.7. Quentin is still the best position.
Oh,
Is probably Quentin. Riolu second, Ronda third.
yeah. Yeah, Quentin winning.
Yeah, Quentin winning ahead of Riolu, then not fourth.
Yeah.
It's
Serum
still so
fifth.
close.
Oh, we see Asher going
Asher,
to 6th place.
yeah, Bull seventh.
Oh, Angst is gaining 1 position now in the last quarter. So Angst will be 9th,
Whoa.
Marius 8th, Lars 10, Iceman 11th, Lookring 12th. Pure 13th, Sneaky
14,
14th,
Ice 9 still driving.
Jazz, and then going into a 15th place. GG. That was a really close Premier League. And guys, we are soon back with the Open League 1. So see you back then.
Yes. See ya.
fire inside of me? Do you see the sparks that I'm setting free? Does the beat take you over? You just can't breathe.
Do you feel the fire inside of me? Do you see the sparks that I'm setting free? Does the beat take you over? You just can't breathe.
Hello, welcome back everyone. This will be the final race of today, and this will be Open League 1 of the ESL Canyon Endurance Premiership Season 3. The teams racing today are Smurfs CEP. They are leading the group right now with 34 points. Twister Eagles 2 in second with 32. Team Bob in third with 26. Onion Heads with 21. Drift Nation with 17. And 7 Years in last with 10 points. And the map driving today will be Vlexium by Gara, the easiest of the 3 maps. And here we go.
Hello!
Oh yeah,
Hello,
Shadow is here.
My name is Skugako. There we go. Who is first?
go.
Eric is first. Eric's Smurf.
Just after the first turn, the Gara taking a lead into this 180-degree turn into this full-speed downhill. Want to make sure you don't get an auto slide there, otherwise you will lose a lot of time.
That's true. And we can see the Legend Subteam playing today. Oh my gosh! I think he can win this if he's enough train maybe.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what he got last week. Let me check.
I think he
So
finished
last week he got
second.
second. Yeah, last week he got second, and he didn't have a teammate driving with him.
Ooh, as soon as I say that, he got a little bug on the border.
Yeah, he did.
Dropping down.
Went a little too inside there and lost some speed and got a bug as a result of it. We'll drop down to 10th place now, actually, but still very close here in the front. Gara still in the lead here. Sora in second. I think Sora was the winner of the last week's race, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, Sora was the one that actually beat Subtimo. So Sora looking to go for a second win here in a row, as we see, I think 7 with a disconnect, or he's just lagging really badly.
Yeah, and we can see the 2 Australian players. Oh my gosh, it's probably like 4 EM for them, and they are like driving.
Pretty sure, yeah, it's like 6 or 7 in the morning there, I think.
Damn.
Two drifting players, Kamikaze and Shax, having for Drift Nation here. Good to see them. Good to see the Australian scene coming back. It's been
Indeed.
quite dead for quite a while now, but they are back here in CEP. Let's see how well they will do. Just behind Shax, we have Cheese driving his first ESL tournament. Has a lot of motivation to play, and here we see him driving really good actually so far in the start, in 8th place. See if he can catch up to the leaders here. Just behind him we have Rex for Team 7 Years. Then we have Iconex for Twister Eagles in 10th place. We have Minato, which I don't know which team he's driving for.
He's playing with Suptimo, I think.
Oh, okay. That's Suptimo's teammate then. Alright, so Supti's teammate, Minato.
Steven disconnected. The
Yeah,
server.
7 is having lag issues or server issues. He might have disconnected. Yeah,
that's
so
unlucky.
he's out of the race, so quite unfortunate for 7 Years here.
And we
Already
see
losing
Ha
one member.
doing 51.3. That's a great time. That's a great time by him. He's
Yep.
leading now. Pretty sick.
Yeah, he just has over half a second lead over Sora here. Still very close. Up for position 1. And in 3rd place we have Kamikaze, Drift Nation. Around 1 second behind the leader. Still very close here for top 6, I would say. Very close between all 6 of them.
Yeah, for sure. One mistake, one touch in the wall, and you can lose like 2-3 seconds. And it's all
We
about
see
the momentum.
Sora
and
actually
the
dropping
speed.
down here with a
Oh,
tiny
yeah.
mistake. Just
Oh,
did a
yeah,
simple
exactly.
wall touch, and he lost 2 positions because of that actually. But it's all 3 of. Oh, okay, wait, that was 7.
Oh yeah.
I have to remind myself that he's in the. It looks like he's driving, but he's not. He's just standing still.
Yeah.
All right. But we see Supti going up 2nd place here, just right in front of Kamikaze and Soros. Still nothing
Yes.
between these players.
Big battle for 2nd position.
We see Gara
Alright.
extending his lead though, still just around 1.6 or 1.1 seconds ahead of Septimo. Driving
Yeah.
really consistent and fast to begin this race.
Ooh, Sora going a bit wide, and oh, he's
Ooh.
I think he released the gas. That was close. That was close.
Yeah, we're already into lap 5. This is the shortest map of all of them, so this will be a quicker race. Around 20 minutes, I would say.
Yep.
We see 7 disconnecting from the server, so
Uh,
he is out of the race completely.
that's unlucky for 7 years.
Yep. Not gonna help their chances as their teammate Rex is in last place as well now.
Indeed.
So not a great race for them. Let's take a look at the rankings. We have Gar in 1st, Septi in 2nd, Kamikaze in 3rd, Sora fighting with Kamikaze for that 3rd position, moving up to 3rd. Eric in 5th, Prezems in 7th, or 6th actually, with his teammate Cheese in 7th. Minato, Septi's teammate, in 8th, and Iconex for Twister Eagles in 9th, Shax in 10th, and Rex in 11th.
That top 6 is pretty sick. Oh my god, they are only 2 seconds from each other, and
Yep, we
everything
see
can
a
happen.
slight
Yeah.
gap between.
Oh, a Suptimo with a small touch. That's unlucky.
Yep, Septi did get a
Getting
wall
overtake.
touch.
Yeah.
This map is a speedy map, so any mistake, wall touch, will lose you some time, and this map is, as I said earlier, pretty easy, so most of the players here will be probably battling for positions throughout the race. So any mistake you make here is pretty critical. Want to try and get as consistent as possible. We see Eric passing Supti actually, Supti with a really bad turn into that
Oh.
180, so he will lose even more positions, dropping to Eric and Prisms. He's now in
Yeah,
6th place.
I have no idea who is Zems, the 5th guy.
Well, Prisms is a rock player.
Okay, he's playing actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Overtaking battling
Another
with Eric,
CSP player who's playing in his first ESL tournament.
That's
along
great
with
to see
Cheese.
them.
Yeah, it's good to see more players playing this tournament than the usual people.
It.
And they're doing pretty well. They did train a lot, so. Go back up
Cheese
to the
in
leaders here.
7th. Yeah.
We have Sora catching up to Gar actually, only 0.5 of a second behind now. Looking to catch Gara here. Thor not driving very far behind him, driving about the same lap times as Gara, so this is a very close battle actually.
Yeah, the gap between them staying the same, kinda. So
Yeah, and I see Sora is catching a little bit, 0.4 of a second now.
yeah,
Gara
it
is
look-
opting to FS that ending
exactly.
there.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
So I'm not sure
not
it's
sure if it's
faster, but I
Yeah.
don't think so. But it's a different approach. If he can regulate this, it's great. But we can see the gap is getting closer and closer.
Yeah, exactly. Sora
One
doing
three now.
these turns a little bit better than Gara, maybe risking a bit more, and is catching here. He did that turn really good actually.
Oh yeah.
Now it's less than 0.2 of a second to each other. We're already into lap 9 here. Almost
Yeah,
halfway
going
through
really
this
fast.
race.
Indeed.
We see Sora taking that turn really wide, making his drift really wide, getting as much speed as
Oh.
he can, and it's paying off actually. As we see,
we'll see
Sora
the
might actually
difference.
pass him here.
Yeah, we'll see
Yeah,
the
we-
difference between. Oh, it
Oh,
looks.
Gara
it
did
looks
it good.
like. Yeah, it looks like the full speed is faster somehow, but
Yeah, it's
it
probably
can
just a
be,
little
maybe.
bit.
Yeah,
Yep.
it can be.
I
But
know
I'm
at
not
this.
sure it's easier. Like it's probably harder. I don't know.
Yeah, I would
Depends.
say it's a little bit harder than drifting, but that turn just after you drift it is pretty hard because you have a shadow there, and it's pretty hard to see that turn.
Indeed.
So some
But we-
players might risk it and crash, not seeing the edge of the wall.
Yeah.
But still, these two players are just battling really, really close. Not even a tenth of a second between each other.
Oh my god, yeah. They're going really, really inside in this turn.
Yeah, Sora got a really nice line there. Lucky he didn't bug actually. Went over the border.
Yep. We'll see that full speed again.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like I'd say
It-
it's even.
Yeah.
Looks
Yeah, it
like
looks like
they
he got
both.
more speed out of it, maybe.
Yeah.
Gara, but
Yeah,
that's
initially it
what
looks like he
was-
does it better, but Sora has more exit speed.
Yep.
And we see Sora getting a really nice line there. We'll probably overtake Gara here. Oh no, he's catching him.
Oh, they both did the nice lines.
Yep. This is really sick. Sora with a really inside line there got a really, really nice. And will
Wow,
overtake
yeah.
Gara. But Gara fighting now, losing his first place for the first time in this race to Sora. Let's check out some of the other races going on here. We have Eric about 1.3 seconds behind Kamikaze for that third position. Can't see him in his view, but not really gaining much on him. As we see Sora doing the best lap here of 51.27.
Wow, that's
That's a
really,
really
nice.
good lap time.
Yeah, that's a good lap time. I think the other one is about 50.8 if he didn't
Yeah.
change. So that's
Yeah, I'd
only
say-
0.4 from WR. That's pretty sick.
Yeah, it's a really nice time.
And
That's
Eric
usually
doing
what you want
okay
to see on
stage.
these speedy maps is a lot of people will have times around 0.4 of a second behind world record or less on these types of
Yeah.
maps. So it's really nice, consistent.
Yeah, exactly.
And as
Yeah,
I was talking,
This
Eric
map
lost
is
his
pretty
position.
easy, so yeah. It's
Sup-
an easy map, so the guys are pretty fast, and
yeah, exactly.
I don't think they will make that much mistake. For the moment, they didn't. They did only small touch, so
Yeah,
like for most of them at least.
yeah, and the position in the time between first and last place is only 17 seconds, so it's really close. So
Yeah.
honestly, but we do see first and second place having a small gap between the rest of the players. Kamikaze about 2.5 seconds behind the first player, Sora.
Yes. Kamikaze,
something-
a really old player as well, such as
Yeah.
Subtimal also, and
Yeah.
Minato also playing arenas. They are like I don't know. They play the game since 5 years at least, so
Yeah,
they knows
basically when the game
they
came
know the
out.
game. Yeah, exactly.
I think Sora is an old school player as well.
Yeah, I think
sure.
so. Yeah.
He's been playing the game a long time as well, so he's a veteran of this game. He can be really good if trained, and you can see that as right now as he's fighting for that first position still with Gara. They've been fighting the entire race still.
Yeah.
Both players
That's-
doing different lines, but having the same amount of speed in every corner.
Yeah,
Really
that's
nice to
sick.
see.
Yep.
Let's go down. These Shacks having a little battle with Iconex here for that 9th place. Always, ooh, Iconex had a really bad line there.
Oh yeah.
Lost a lot of speed. Shacks will gain some time on that. Iconex probably has to hope for a mistake from Shacks on this type of map. Can't really gain a lot of time on people in front of you unless they're crashing
True.
or not trained. So, leaderboard right now we have Sora in first, Gara in second, Kamikaze third, Supti in fourth, Eric in fifth, Monado in sixth, Prizems in seventh, Cheese in eighth, Shax in ninth, Iconex in 10th, and Rex in 11th still.
Yep.
Still, we have a very, very close battle here for first position between Gara and Sora. I have a feeling they will be doing this for the rest of the race here, unless one makes a mistake.
Yeah, already
We will
half,
see the
half
different
of the
line here.
race is down right now, so
Yeah,
I guess
still
the
have
player,
only 9 laps left to go here.
yeah, the player doesn't feel the pressure anymore, but the ends must hurt a little bit right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I would
Willing
say at
to-
this point
to
of the
stay
race,
focused.
you just want to drive safe. Don't make
Yeah.
a mistake. Any mistake now will really cost you a lot.
Exactly. And your mental
Well-
as well. That will like rank down your mental because you want to stay like the same all the race. I mean, a regular.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I
have a
think right now
good
their
consistency. So
mentality is locked in. They're fully focused on this race. There are no nerves left really. Both players are just driving the lines that they know, consistent as they can.
yep.
Don't think one is worried about their position right now, unless they have cars on and can see their opponent.
Yeah. I think Subtimal and Eric are getting close to each other.
Oh yeah, actually, we have a good fight here for that 4th position. Thought the had a small mistake at the beginning of this race, lost some positions here, but we see him trying to catch up. Ooh, and really close on that drift there. Almost wall touched. The Supti risking a bit, trying to catch up Eric here. Going with the really tight line and carrying his drift as long as he can, get the most speed out of this turn. Going up to this 180 downhill.
Yes.
Does
I'm
look like
not
he's
sure
catching
we
up.
get- Yeah, he's catching up. Yeah, sure. It looks like we can't see the time by the players, but in the upper
Yeah,
part of the screen you can see Subtimal doing 0.2, 0.3,
Yep.
so that's pretty sick.
yeah, I'm not sure if that was during warm-up or during the race. Oh,
Oh!
Supti with a huge mistake. Drifted way too early in the last corner and wall crashed. He will lose a position to Monado here, losing about 2 or 3 seconds because
That's
of that.
That's a typical Subtimal mistake right there. Risking it.
And actually
next
getting
one.
overpassed again by Prisms
yeah,
here.
Yeah.
But
That's not good.
he can come back. This is nothing really. Just has to not make a mistake, and we actually see him pass Prisms immediately because he got a bad line there. So Supti down to 7th place though. Actually 6th. And we see him wall touch again.
Yeah, I think he's losing some focus. Maybe he's like
Yeah.
his end must hurts a lot, and he's like, okay, whatever.
we
just I need to rest. Please.
Yeah, players who make mistakes will sometimes have a lot of mentality about that turn coming into it again.
Indeed.
Players who make mistakes like that have that in their mind, so might want to safe it a little bit more, or maybe they can make another mistake somewhere on the other map. It's a mentality type of game.
Yep.
Lot more about racing than just driving the lines.
Yeah, because most of the time the player is playing like cam 1 or cam 2, so you can see the car and everything around, so
Yeah.
you can't really be focused on where you aim, you focus on everything around as well.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
it's kind of difficult. If you crash, then you get a bit frustrated and you
Mhm.
lose some focus.
So here we are into lap 20. We actually see Sora having a 2-second lead over Gara. Gara either made a slight mistake or Sora's just driving a little bit faster, but The gap is getting bigger and bigger between them, as it was only 0.2 of a second just a couple laps ago. We are headed into the final laps here.
How many laps
Uh,
is it? 22?
24.
Oh, okay.
So we only have 4 laps left to go, actually. Still have Kamikaze in 3rd position. Has been there for pretty much the entire race. Does have a decent lead over Eric, but one mistake and Eric is right there with him. So he has to be very careful that he doesn't make any mistakes here in the final laps.
Yeah,
Or hope
sick
that Eric
performance by
makes-
him.
Yeah, doing very well, actually.
It's full
Not sure
speeding
how
as
much
well.
he trained.
Yeah.
Not sure how much he trained, but having a strong showing here in this race. We see Minato, Supti's teammate, the one actually passing him. So doesn't really matter actually that he got passed by him. They both would get the same points.
Oh yeah, that's true.
We see Prezems in 7th place and Cheese in 8th, both teammates of each other. So their positions don't really matter if they switch one another with each other as well.
Yeah.
But
true.
Cheese is pretty far behind, so I don't think he'll catch up to Prezems unless he makes a mistake.
For some
Prezems
reason,
is actually having a nice
don't-
battle.
For some reason, I don't see Prism on the left side.
Yeah, there's a slight bug
Um,
because Devin left.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Doesn't
okay.
show his position, but he
Oh,
is
yeah, okay.
fighting with Supti for 6th place right now. Only 0.1 of a second within each other.
Yeah, both adjusting the ending, so there
Yep.
won't be any different there.
See Prezems catching up a little bit here actually. Supti probably having a little bit of nerves still from crashing a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
Prism's driving a little bit more safe, but getting a lot more speed out of that. See how it goes in this turn here. Both doing it pretty much the
Prism
same.
going wide. Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
6 speed by
Yep.
him.
Prism got a lot more speed out of it, so he will overtake Supti here, but nothing really between these players. Really nice turn by Prism there.
Ooh, yeah, that was sick.
So Supti now won in 7th place here. Prism's going a little bit wide here, going really tight here. Supti
Yeah, it
going
should pay
for
off.
Supti
Yeah.
going for a little bit more speed does pay off a little bit. Both opting to drift this turn. Supti will come out with more speed in the lap, heading into lap 23. Both still right next to each other. Nothing between these players.
Yeah, this on Sutima going a bit too wide in my opinion.
Yeah,
Losing some
he takes it a little bit
sometimes.
safer, I would say.
Yeah, probably.
But he does that turn way better than Prezems and will get a lot more speed and will overtake him.
Yep. That's still really close though. But
Yeah.
I'm not sure how much Subtimal is trained. Because I know he's playing mostly Trackmania Stadium right now, so
Yeah.
not sure. But he looks pretty strong still. Even if
Yeah.
he did some mistake before, he
Well,
still
this
know
is
how to
the
play
final
this
lap, so we should
Already,
probably
yeah.
follow Sora.
game. Indeed.
All he has to do is finish with not crashing and he will win this race. Gara is 1.5 seconds behind. 1.5 seconds behind, I should say. Doesn't have a lot he can do. He has to hope for a mistake at this point from Sora, which Sora hasn't been doing the entire race. So Sora looks to win this again, his 2nd race in a row.
I think Sora will do a sick time. I don't remember the time.
Well,
last
you
time.
won this race last week, so
Yeah, but I don't remember the.
yeah. Well, we couldn't tell anyways,
Oh, okay.
but I think it was 20 minutes, so he will be close.
Okay.
To,
Yeah, I think he drove pretty sick. Like.
so Sora wins this. Gara coming in 2nd. Really nice race between them two.
Yeah.
Kamikaze will finish in. Ooh, wait! Oh, Eric
Oh,
actually
what?
overtook him. Eric actually overtook him in the last turn. Beat him by 0.01.
No.
Wow, that was insane. I didn't even see that.
For 110 he lost this. Oh damn.
Wow.
He must have crashed the last corner probably.
Yeah.
You see Cheese with some frustration maybe.
Yeah. I think
With
Cheese
that.
probably thought he was gonna do
Oh,
better
look
than
at
he
that!
did.
He was really close to Shax as well. Look at that.
Yeah, that's
was
maybe
1/10
that's what he's
as well.
talking about.
Yeah, he must have crashed at the end also.
Wow, another sick finish between these players. And these are just in the last corner. These are really hard to tell. But you see Eric passing Kamikaze in the last turn, literally, with 0.01 of a second. And that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Sora
I think
in
Smurf.
first.
Yeah. I think
So I
Smurf
think,
did a
yeah.
really good job, and they
Yeah.
will be first in the division probably.
Yeah, so it concludes this week for ESL CEP. Everyone is done. GG. And we will be back next week with the third week of the Playday for ESL CEP. So thanks for watching.